stay away from selling doing time. Niggas always lying on my line. If I was good, I would put this shit on shine. I got a son, so you know that baby shine. I got the bread, so you know I hold the line. You niggas tell him start to think he's 69. Kick flip, push, I'm on my grind. I got a bad bitch with me, so you know I want it done. I'd rather have a premium contract than a prime. Like Amazon, I'm on my grind. I stack and flip like a boss, more like a dime. Yeah, I'm the one, like LeBron, the chosen one. Pussy overpowered, nigga, you lying. It's money overpower, I'm on my grind. Pushing packs all the time. I'm on my grind. I'm on my grind.
Yeah, you might, I mean, you about to go over here. We're going to go over here live. Your trading position, you might have to switch up just due to your schedule. You feel me? You might got to think about it like that, you know. That's big facts. Facts. Big facts. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live here. This is the recap with Let Catch over days. I hope y'all had a wonderful weekend, ladies and gentlemen. We got a special guest, a client, a homie, close friend, you know what I'm saying, on the recap with us live. I ain't going to put their name out or, you know, he or she. So I don't know if they want me to disclose all that. But, you know, we listening. We tuned in. Hey, you know, she got her own stuff going on as well. Her sister got their own clothing stuff going on as well. Make sure y'all tap in with that. What is Honey Catchers? Honey Catchers, man. Y'all check that out on Instagram, man. All over every platform. Honey Catchers. Y'all tap in with the clothing line, man. It's lit out here. But, yeah, man, let's go ahead and get into the market conditions. First and foremost, this is recap coverage from the stock and crypto market. These are live ideas of thought and studies. This is not financial advice on this stream or with this company. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. So this weekend, man, I mean, it's really like a lot of information came out, and we got some good news, some really good news. And remember, Friday, the market closed to the upside. The market closed extremely bullish. The Dow Jones leaped about 700 points. Remember that. You know, check out the last recap. Hit that like and subscribe button. But that's pretty much what happened last week. So we know that. But we got new data coming out this week, you guys. We're about to go over it. But first and foremost here, no Fed speakers this week, you guys. That is really key right now, looking at the market conditions of how people are about to trade. You know, the Fed speakers themselves, you know, they're on vacation, basically. So they're about to be able to trade as well. So it's about to get really volatile here overall. Fed enters pre-FOMC meeting blackout period ahead of June 14th policy decision. So that decision is going to be key as well. So we're looking at all this stuff closely here, all these dates. And that's a lot of time, like I said, for the Fed speakers to definitely be on vacation. They're not going to be working. They're not going to be monitoring the market pretty much, basically, till June 14th. They'll come back with the policy decision on how the market will move going forward. But as of right now, you guys, it looks like, you know, with no Fed speakers, this thing can go up higher. The market can go up higher, or you will really see that the Fed speakers, you know, they'll start to take profits and the market may dip back to its lows. So you got to be looking out for that closely and seeing what's going on by the end of the week. But yeah, 3 things to watch this week on Wall Street. We got U.S. data. Fed goes quiet, basically. That's all the Fed speakers. They're about to disappear, like I said, and go on vacation. So we're going to see how that's going to pan out. And, excuse me, it's a lot of stuff going on with gas right now. OPEC Plus, they had a little fallout. And that data is right here. I'm going to pull it up. So, yeah, OPEC, Saudi Arabia to make an additional voluntary cut of 1 million barrels of oil per day as part of new OPEC Plus deal. So it looks like the gas stocks, you know, we got to start tuning into the gas companies right now going into the summer. because you know it looks like prices on the gas. They know people gonna be out here traveling. They might try to raise the price on this gas, or you know, it could just go really low. They look out for us at the same time. So it looks like gas is a lot this week. Gas and oil. Everybody's going to be looking at that this week, so we'll be looking at that as well too here at LCAOD. And top 5 things to know this week. Fed blackout period, like I said, again, that's really key. That's really huge there. No Fed speakers speaking at all this week or next week until June 14th. We got earnings this week, you guys. Of course, we always got the stock market casino going on. So that's happening this week as well. Remember, you guys, earnings is always 50-50. It's a hit or a miss. So you can pick and choose if you want to join that now before the earnings or after the earnings. You know, it's usually best to wait. But sometimes it does hit. So it's just what you feel like going with your gut feeling on earnings, you guys. And these are the ones to be watching out for this week right here. Not really many, but a couple names stand out. GameStop, Trip.com. I see DocuSign, NIO. So things like that, you guys. We're looking out for all those earnings results to shift the market as it always do. And like I said, ISM services PMI data is coming out as well. Like I said, that's going to be key this week. And Apple, you guys. Speaking of Apple, they got big news on Apple. They're supposedly making a headset, right? Like it's like on one of those virtual reality headsets, but it's Apple, and they're presenting that this week, and and everybody's like excited about that. So Apple, you guys, for real, be looking out for Apple this week. It looks like a lot of people is about to buy Apple here. This could be a week where it rallies right to that 190 target. Wall Street is saying that right now. They're saying one stock to buy, one stock to sell this week. They're saying buy Apple. They're saying sell NIO. So we're going to see if that's true, but it does look like people are about to buy Apple. So looking at Apple closely here, they're almost past all-time highs, and it's looking very bullish at Apple right now. So we're going to be looking at that very closely, you guys, this week. But that's pretty much it as far as data to be looking out for. Factory orders Monday. Then you got trade balance Wednesday, consumer credit on Wednesday, and jobless claims on Thursday. So, yeah, ISM services PMI on Monday. So, a lot of data coming in tomorrow. It should shift the market. Be on the lookout for it. It's probably going to get very volatile tomorrow. We're back at a 5-day week due to that 4-day week last week because of Memorial Day. So, it should be very volatile tomorrow. But other than that, you guys, this is the economic data. The trade balance is going to be key, and consumer credit data is going to be key, and the jobless claim data. So that's what we're looking at closely over here at LCAOD. We know that's the stuff that you got to be knowing and paying close attention to what they're going to say and do to get paid. So that's just what it is. So at the end of the day, that's what it is, you guys. And we're about to go over the charts and numbers here. But excuse me, before I go any further, you got any questions or anything? You want to, you know what I'm saying? You following through with it?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. All right here, types of traders. So right here, I'm pulling it up on the screen here on the recap. We're live on the recap right now. So types of traders right here. You were saying which one of these 4 that you were looking into the most as being a client, like your position. Like what type of trader are you trying to be going into this week or whenever, like however long you plan to invest? You see, I got to pull it up on the big screen on the recap. I think I can share it with you on my phone. Hold up. I don't know if this shit working. Can't you share your screens or some shit like that?
Yo, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. I grew up in the age where technology was not booming. I have no clue how to do none of that shit.
Nah, that's real shit, though. That's real shit. I'm going to just turn my camera phone around then regular then. We just going to do it the regular way. Let me see.
I'm like, shit, I just learned how to ask somebody on 3-way on Facebook.
Oh, well, yeah, Apple's so high tech now. You can do stuff so many ways. But this is what I got pulled up right here on the recap, though. And this is what I was asking you, though. like what type of trader you was trying to be. Like we was just basically redoing it. I know you had said I'm gonna go to scout first. You had said that will be only holding trades for only seconds or minutes if you're trying to be a scalp trader.
Nah.
Okay.
Also, like day trader.
Okay, so you more of the day trader. This is what you want to do here. As far as your position, you rather hold the trade for up to a full day.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, then we could do that for sure, and that'll just be your strategy. And we just gonna look at them plays I sent you, them 4 plays I sent you. We about to go over. I'm about to go over them here too on the live stream real quick. I'm gonna go over the charts and numbers and be calling out like what's the levels like to know like far as support and resistance like. So giving you an update, support is like basically when a stock has reached its bottom and basically people be thinking it's gonna go lower, but it's not because it's support there, so it's probably gonna bounce and go back up. So that's the key thing you gotta be knowing, like looking at in the market. You feel me? And like so basically resistance is basically like a stock has reached its topping point. So people be thinking, oh, it's about to go higher, but it's really it's getting rejected right there and it start coming back down. You get what I'm saying? So that's really the main thing you gotta, if you're gonna day trade too, especially, you gotta be watching that, trying to do that correctly, if that makes sense. Basically, back to what I was saying earlier, your entry point. You feel me? It all boils down to your entry point.
Yeah, that's definitely what I need, because I ain't gonna be able to. Once I'm doing it, I can do it. So if I'm doing it right, then
yeah, and how we gonna do it is we gonna basically I'm gonna let you pick the company for sure, and then once you pick the company, I'm gonna go for it far as the let you like okay, you pick this place, so it'll be good to buy it now. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you know that, or like you feel me? Once you get in there, you might see it before I see it and know already to like shit. Damn, go ahead and let me get in there. You feel me? Or you feel me? Like I'll let you know like once you in there. Feel me? Like, okay, you can go ahead and sell it now. Feel me? Or you feel me? Or if you want to sell it, you know how it go. But yeah, they trade. Okay, so y'all hearing it here on the recap. She's choosing day traders, you guys. She would rather hold the trade for up to a full day. Nothing wrong with that at all, obviously. But knowing what type of trader you are or need to be, that's the most important thing. And that's what we do that before we even look at the charts and numbers and go further, you know what I'm saying? But all right, let's go ahead and get into the charts and numbers though. Speaking of that, that's what you're gonna do. I got you set in stone for that. That's clutch. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You can do that. That's good. We're gonna monitor that closely, and at the end of the video, I guess out of the companies that I'm about to go over, I'm going over Caterpillar. I'm gonna go over the SPY triple Qs, the DIA, IWM, VIX, like I always do, and then the companies that's LCAOD picked this week is we're looking at Caterpillar, CAT, we're looking at Apple and Google.
Okay.
So the SPY, Google, Apple, or Caterpillar. You feel me? Just pick. I don't one of those 4, like, because you're trying to day trade. Them players gonna hit for sure this week, for sure. Like whether if like I already sent you the calls. Like if those calls don't hit, that mean the puts is, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So we just gotta be looking at it to see which one they actually paying. You feel me?
Yeah.
So all right, so bet. So let's go over the SPY here first. We're gonna go over the SPY. All right. Looking at the SPY, you guys. All right. So the charts is pulled up now. And like I said, pretty much on the recap on Friday, we know the SPY is at a point where they finally just broke out. And the Bulls been wanting to get here for, it's been about literally a year or two. So the market sold off for about a year or two just to get back to this point where it's at now, basically. So that's really tough right there on the SPY. So now that they made it here to this point and they're past it just a little bit, it does look like there could be continuation here to the upside now on the SPY. The actual target is 430 on the SPY. That's what the Bulls are reaching for their profits. They're trying to get the share price to 430. So knowing that, you know, that means basically once it breaks 430, if 430 goes higher, like 431, then you got to start realizing there really isn't no more resistance on the SPY till about 435 to 440. So these are realistic levels, you know, the SPY can reach within a day span, within a week span, you know, within a month span, obviously. So these are the next levels here you want to be looking out for here on the SPY to the upside. And that's just pretty much what it is. And like I said, 430 is a key level, you guys. Obviously, if it doesn't break above 430 or it doesn't even show strength to even think it's about to even go to 430, then just know it's going to come back down for sure. No hard feelings about that. So no one should be mad. You can get paid either direction. You should just be trying to get paid and see what the market is trying to tell you to get paid. So, like I said, if you don't see the spot pushing above 430 or looking like it's going to 430 at all, believe the SPY is coming down. Just because that rally in the past 2 days last week, that was pretty big. That was pretty big of a rally right there. They went from 416 to 427 in 2 days. So you got to understand here, there may be profit taken this week on the SPY, but I don't see a sell-off unless the Fed speakers they're all not speaking this week, then they're selling a lot. Then that would make sense. So that's what we're looking out for closely right now. Still on the SPY. Everything, basically, triple Qs, everything, DIA, everything. The companies we're looking at, that's just what we're looking at. So if you're following along, you guys, you know the SPY is everything. The SPY is like all the big tech companies in one. That's where you got Apple, Google, Netflix, Tesla, you know, Amazon. All these companies work together, you guys, to become the SPY. That's what the SPY is. So knowing that, you know, if this continues to move to the upside, you got to put it in perspective as the companies knowing that they're going to move to the upside as well, too. So that's just what it is right now. That's just what it has been. The Bears been getting their butts handed to them pretty much here. And that's just what it has been. So we're about to look at the levels here. Pulling up Caterpillar real quick, and I'm pulling up Google, and then we're going to go look at the levels of the SPY, and we're going to move on. Not trying to hold y'all up too long. I know it is, Sunday night. The game about to come on. I'm definitely tuning into that. So I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. So looking at it from the 1 day perspective, the SPY's at 427.94. Okay, so tomorrow, by the end of the week, next month, whatever. Upside level here. Next level is 430 on the SPY. If the SPY gets to 430, you guys, and they break above it, the next level is 435 on the SPY to the upside. Now, if it looks even bullish right there, you can really see the SPY going to 440. No exaggeration. And I expect a lot of rejection right here, though. It's going to be a lot of resistance at 440. This was a level a couple years ago where the Bears stepped in and really took the market down. So 440 is a target now that the SPY is trying to reach. But, you know, first level is first. They must break 430. So, you know, you can go long on 440. But it's better to, you know, try to play it level to level. That's what I try to do. And like I said, 430 is the next level to the upside, you guys. So be on the lookout for that to see if 430 breaks above or it gets rejected there. Now to the downside. Obviously, this could be your top. Obviously, right? Looking at the charts here, looking at the numbers, this could be your top. You have to look at it from both ways here. If so, the downside level is 427. If 427 don't hold, the next level to look out for is 425.90 to the downside on the SPY. Once that level, if that level don't hold, then okay, now the SPY is looking a little shaky again here. And the next level for that would be about 424.70. So just be expecting a pullback, possibly on the SPY. Could happen to that. I think the Bears want it back at 420. And at this point, I think the Bulls want it at 440. So one or two is going to happen here soon. Be on the lookout for both. Triple Qs. Triple Qs, same for them, as I said on Friday, pretty much. Right here, 354.80 close. So upside level tomorrow, they need to break 356. You break that level, next level is 358. You break that level, then you might see a lot of buying pressure kick in all the way to 364 on the triple Qs. To that 366 target is what the triple Qs are aiming for to the upside. So be looking at those levels closely, you guys. Like I said, that it can come in. It can come into play. It can really happen. But you know, first thing first, it must break above 356. So be looking out for that tomorrow, going into the next week, basically by the end of the week. Now to the downside here, obviously, you know, this could be your top. Triple Qs have been a little shaky, been a little, fragile up here in the air, I must say. The past 5 days, they haven't, they were a leader, then it's like they kind of slowed up here. So could be your top. Top may be in, but don't, you want to see it level to level. You want to let the price action tell you that first, obviously. But, to the downside, if this is your top, looking at 350, 350 closely to the downside. And if that doesn't hold, the next level is 350, 50 to the downside on the triple Qs, you guys. If that don't hold from that point, they in some trouble. And it's going to really possibly pull back to 347.50. And I think that'll be a good even sell-off to the point where, consolidation will happen from that point. And the Bulls will step back in to see what they want to do. Or, the Bears will continue to claw to the downside from that point. And I think the Bears' target is 340 on the triple Qs. And basically the Bulls' target is 366. So be on the lookout for both of those. DIA, the Dow Jones, man, went full bull mode, picked the market up out of the graveyard, basically. And it's looking really bullish right now, overall at the Dow Jones. That's why we're looking at Caterpillar closely this week, because they're a part of the Dow Jones, and they just went up crazy, about 8% on Friday. So the Dow Jones went up 700 points. This could really be a thing where we see, back to what I was saying on the previous recaps, and hit that like and subscribe button, but you could be seeing the triple Qs and the Dow Jones trying to still get the numbers straightened out, because it's still not making sense. The Dow Jones is a 30,000 index, and here it is. The triple Qs is only 14,000, 15,000. So the Dow Jones is actually worth more than the triple Qs. So there could be a correction coming here soon where you see the triple Qs come down and the Dow Jones stay up here and go up higher. You feel me? Because that was a lot of points in one day. 700 points in one day is a lot of buying in the Dow Jones sector. And like I was telling y'all, that's the richest sector there. So look at all the companies in the Dow Jones sector. That's what makes the Dow Jones. And it is what it is. Like I said, it could be one of those things where it's switching up here. The triple Qs come down, the Dow Jones go back to normal, higher than the triple Qs. And or it could be like this, and the Dow Jones just be reaching this point where they needed to get to. It was critical for them to get here, and they could just be going right back down slowly again. So we're looking out for that closely, obviously, on the Dow Jones to see what they got going on, because 700 points in one day is a lot of money. So we're looking at that very, very closely. The levels to be looking out for, though, from the one-day perspective, to the upside tomorrow, Dow Jones, their target is 340. They get to 340, they're gonna try to break above 342. Now you get above 342, the Dow Jones can get really bullish here, you guys. Back to about 346 to 347 to the upside. That's their target there. So just keep that in mind. But you want to see it break above 340 and 342 first. That's going to be your next bullish signal there on the Dow Jones. Could be your top. They could, be right here at the topping point, obviously. If you zoom out, You know, we are at the top. It does look like that, and that's what the chart is stating. They could hit 340 and get rejected, or they could not even hit 340 at all. This could be your top. So the next downside level is 336 to the downside. And from that point, if that don't hold you guys, the next level to the downside is 334 on the Dow Jones. You'll see a nice little pullback there on the Dow Jones. Now, that should hold. It should consolidate. If not, it's going to get very critical at 332 to the downside on the Dow Jones. So be looking out for those levels closely going into tomorrow. Like I said, the remainder of the week on the Dow Jones. IWM. The Russell 2000, the mini stocks. This is where you got the stocks like AMC, you got GME, you got NIO. This is what the Russell 2000 is. All those mini stocks make up the Russell 2000. So that's what you see right now. They really just got back bullish, you guys. It's been a while since they got to this 182 level. It really has been about 6 months. They've struggled for a very long time. So this is very bullish right now for the IWM to get here, you guys, because we do know the IWM can pick up volatility real quick. We've seen it happen before in the past. A lot of people probably heard about GameStop going from $10 to $300 in one day. A lot of people probably heard about AMC going to $4 to $60 in one day. That really happened, you guys, just because the Russell 2000 just rallied and went to like 200. So, you know, it's something to be thinking about long term, definitely with the Russell 2000. You know, like right here, it's really looking bullish right now for them right here to be at 182. But, you know, most people, most investors, they want a little bit more confirmation, obviously, to you know, trust their money being printed double or quadruple. So you know, to the upside level tomorrow, looking at the IWM, the next level to the upside is 184. You guys, they must get to this 182.19 level needs to hold, and they need to push to 184 now on the IWM. If you can show that strength right there on the IWM, then I really think you see a lot of people buy in, and it gets to 186. Possibly back to 192, you guys. That's their new upside target there. And remember, we don't have any Fed speakers speaking this week. So like I said, they're about to really step in the market and buy, or they're about to really step in the market and sell. And if they buy, these are the targets to the upside that you're going to see here shift drastically, really quickly by June 14th before they make their next Fed policy decision. So just looking out for that there, knowing that, and looking out for those numbers to really meet in the end, and knowing it's going to do that, and that's the target there. But like I said, 184 first. Once you see that, that's your next confirmation signal that it's going up, and the next level is 186, and then it could just rally to 192 from that point. So that's the upside levels. Obviously, I'm looking at right now on the IWM, and to the downside, obviously. It took a while to get here, but we do know every time it got here, it has been rejected. So in the past 6 months, so knowing that, looking at that closely, you know, this could be a topping point. This thing could be about to consolidate right back to the low highs, if that makes sense. So this could be the top, and then I see a pullback to about 180. That's the next downside level I'm looking at on the IWM, about 180. If that 180 doesn't hold on the downside, then I'm looking at 178 there to the downside on the IWM. And you may see consolidation here, and they just figure out what they want to do before they make another leg lower to about 175 to the downside. So looking at that real closely, you guys, it really can go either way from here. But just remember, the bulls got the momentum. It's a bull market right now, so the upside levels are expected more than the downside levels, but, you know, you just want to be looking at it day by day to just confirm it to yourself. So that's really the key. And like I said, if it doesn't rally to the upside fast, you know, like I said, just remember it's a bull market, and basically the bulls are buying the dip. You know what I'm saying? Every time they see the stock down or in the red, they buy it right back up. That's pretty much what's been happening. So just keep that in mind too as well. VIX. The VIX, volatility, the speed of the market, you guys, everything this is my favorite thing to know about the VIX, because it's literally telling you the direction, the speed, everything you want to know. And you know, the VIX sold off on Friday. And so that confirmed the direction that the market is going higher. It's bullish right now. That's why you see all the prices high, because the VIX went down. They finally broke out of that channel where they've been channeling right here from $21 to about $16. They finally broke below that $16 level, you guys, on the VIX, and you seen the market just rally to the upside. Every stock went higher. So that's what's going on right now, you guys. The VIX is pretty much bearish, so the market is overall bullish, and that's just what it is. That's the inverse correlation with the VIX. It's like I said, if the VIX is bullish, then the market is bearish. The VIX is bearish, then the market is bullish. So the VIX is definitely bearish right now. So the market is definitely overall bullish. So knowing that, going into the tomorrow, looking at the levels for tomorrow, like I said on the last recap, same thing I'm saying now. Just seeing if the VIX is gonna stay in this lane over here to the left and keep coming down more, and you just see more buying pressure kick in, and the market just get higher, or if the VIX is gonna come over here to this lane and try to travel back to the upside at about at least $16 to $17, $18, hopefully, then the market will come down. You'll see a decent sell-off, and then you may see more buyers step in, or, you know, the market just might sell off completely from that point if the VIX go back to 20 after it was just at 14. So just keep in mind that, you know, the VIX can't do this. It's the volatility. It's the speed of the market. It moves pretty fast. So it's letting you know everything you need to know. So just be on the lookout for those levels tomorrow. Caterpillar. So, Caterpillar, you guys. Dow Jones Company. Dow Jones stock. Stupid green candle right here. This is extremely bullish. It gapped up from 208 to 214, and it went to 226. It was selling off basically for about 3 months, or a month, excuse me. And during that month, I guess about 2 to 3 months, you could say. But during those months, it was selling off. LCAOD was noticing a pattern where every time it sold off to the same area around 208, it bounced right back up. Like instantly, and that's just pretty much what it did on Friday. And keep in mind, this is not even an earnings play. They do have earnings coming up in August. So this is not even an earnings play. This is just some long-term type of play here, or maybe just a little quick little flip for you. It could be possibly on Caterpillar. And like I said, man, Caterpillar, you got to think summertime. They use a lot of their equipment to build stuff as far as construction, highways and houses. And just think about that field with Caterpillar right now. The summertime is about to start. It already technically has started. So it's like Caterpillar is one of those names where, like I said, they're going to pay you if you can find that direction where they're going next. So looking at that closely, that big green candle right there is a buying. It's a huge buying signal, basically. That big green candle you see on Caterpillar is a huge buying signal. Like I said, it basically filled the gap from the past 2 to 3 months, just on that one candle. So just keep in mind, this can be continuation going into this week, next week, long term, whenever. You know what I'm saying? But from the 1-day perspective here on Caterpillar, the next level to be looking out for here to the upside, you guys, they have a target right here we do know at 240, but you got to get past 230 next. You get to 230 on Caterpillar. It's possible you get to 235 next before it reaches that target at 240. So just keep that in mind. That's where Caterpillar is trying to go, you guys. So just be looking at that closely to the upside. To the downside, though, on Caterpillar tomorrow, obviously that was a tremendous move. You may see profit taking. You probably will see profit taking, more than likely. It should dip down here though to about 222. That don't hold. The next level to the downside is 220. If that don't hold, you guys, the next level is 217.50. You guys to the downside, and like I said, this is the VWAP. This is the VWAP channel. That's why I'm getting this level to level action here. The charts are signaling that. You can see that here. So yeah, like I said, that's the downside levels on Caterpillar right there. You may see consolidation at 217.50. You should. There should be an area you can buy right back in. But if not, if it breaks below 215, you may see Caterpillar right back to 212. So just be on the lookout for that too, going further here as well. Apple. We're gonna go over Apple. We're going to go over Apple, and then we're going to go over, last but not least, Google, and then we're going to wrap it up. So Apple right here, you guys. Remember, like I said, they got news coming out right now. Some new type of headset, the Apple virtual headset Apple's applying to their company, and a lot of people are buying it, so it's causing the stock to go up in a frenzy right now. And like I said, looking 5 years out, man, Apple's sitting right here at an all-time high. Right now, remember they did do the stock split back in 2020. But before the stock split, you guys, Apple was trading at $200 to $300. So Apple's at that point now where it's looking like they're about to get back to that point where people that held for so long during the stock split, they're about to be rewarded, you guys. That's what Apple is looking like. They have the most money in the market as far as capitalization. They got $2.846 trillion. Trillion with a T. So they're right here at 180.95. And all they got to do is really fill to the upside. I'm looking at it right here on the charts. It's 181.81. Once that's filled, Apple is bullish. It's going to go higher. That's the next signal. And like I said, the next target to the upside on Apple is 190. They're trying to push the share price to 190. A lot of people really want it at 200 as well, too. You got a lot of buyers at 200. So these are numbers you could be, like I said, buying for the long term. Because, like I said, before the stock split, they were trading at $200 to $300. So Apple definitely can go up on price. It's really past due, honestly. It's way past due. Apple's been low for a while. So it's getting to that point now where it's like they know their worth now. So they're trying to like show people and tell people, like, hey, look, we're going up. You need to go ahead and get in, or you're just going to enjoy the show. Because that's what it's looking like right now at Apple, you guys. So you want to get involved, whether it's shares or you're trading Apple right now, it looks like. But obviously you want a decent pullback too as well, because we are sitting at the tops. So, you want to see that next level break before you consider buying into the highs right here at the same time as well. So that's we know that at LCAOD, we monitor that closely. But from the one-day perspective here on Apple, like I said, to the upside, Apple just needs to break above 180. You get there, the next level is 182.60 on Apple, you guys. And if that breaks, this thing will rally to about 184 on the upside on Apple. And if, like I said, their target is 190, remember that now. That's where they're really trying to get to here soon, sudden. So be on the lookout for that 184 break. On the upside levels here. First and foremost, like I said, level to level, make sure that 180 level breaks first to get to 182. So that's what we're looking out for on the upside on Apple, you guys. To the downside, though, obviously, this is your top. We're at a topping point. Charts don't lie. Numbers don't lie. You know what I'm saying? What they say, women lie, men lie, numbers don't. That's a true saying here, especially to the market. Numbers don't lie. We are at the top right now. This could be a top. So looking at 180 for a pullback, and then if that don't hold, the next downside level is 179.50, you guys, on Apple. And then I think they'll probably figure out what they want to do from there, if they want to pull it back a little bit more or it just consolidate there. And you probably see it fight between 179 and 180. But you know, if 179.50 don't hold, like I said, it'll probably come back down to 177.50. So these are the levels I'm looking out for going into tomorrow, going into basically by the end of the week, next week. Google. Last but not least, Google. Oh, Google, man. Google. So Google got that AI news, and ever since they got that AI news, man, Google been bullish. Google just took off basically from what, $100 to 124. So soon as that AI news kicked in on Google, they just been to the upside. And really, it's a delayed effect. Google can get higher. Google can go higher. They're really still kind of low key at a discount, considering they're stepping into the AI game. So keep that in mind. AI is very expensive, and you got companies like Nvidia and Meta and all them. You see how high they're going. So Google just got involved. So right now, Google is technically still cheap. They can actually still go higher here. And that's just what we're looking at. You need to zoom out on the charts. Like I said, 150 is your top, really, at Google. So a lot of room to run right now at Google still. It doesn't look like the bond's going to be over anytime soon. But, you know, could be at a point where, you know, it's just a little pullback. You just never know. You want to see what's going to happen next, obviously. Watch it first before you just know it's going to keep going up, if that makes sense. You know, you want to get it at a good price. But Google, from the one-day perspective, upside level tomorrow I'm looking out for is 125 break. If you break above 125, the next level is 126.20. You get above that, you guys, Google is going to rally to 128, possibly to 128.50. That's their next target right now, and they're serious about that. So just keep in mind, 128 is their target. You can long this. Google 128 soon. If not tomorrow, by the end of the week, it's coming soon. That's what they're trying to do. Even if it takes a pullback, they're going to get the 128. That's guaranteed. That's just what they want to do. And well, we just like to follow the smart money. So we're just going along with them. But at the end of the day, that's the target. That's what we're looking out for. Check and see if it breaks 125 to 126 first, and then that will be your confirmation to 128. Now, to the downside, obviously, this could be your top, obviously. So we're looking at it from both perspectives. And, you know, if this is your top here, I expect a pullback to about 123 to 122, possibly to 120. Then I think that would be your support zone. I think the bears would be satisfied with that. You'll possibly see consolidation back to the upside. But if that 120 level don't hold, then Google will be actually going back to about 117. That is an actual bear target there. So looking out for these numbers closely, you guys. It's going one way or the other. It does every week, every day. So be looking out for this closely and make sure it makes sense to you. But that's pretty much it, you guys. Crypto right now is kind of like mixed still. Bitcoin still not at 30K. It's still not at 20K either. It's at 27,000. Ethereum still not at 2,000, almost there. That's pretty much it, though, other than that, crypto. And looking at the indices right now, let's see where we're at. Oh, breaking news. Oil prices pop 2.5% after Saudi Arabia pledges more voluntary production cuts. So that means all the oil stocks in the morning, go ahead and expect pre-market. They're going to be up high. It's going to be already up in the green. They just made it a deal. We just made a deal with Saudi Arabia, basically. So they done jacked the oil prices 2.5% right now so far. So it looks like what we was just saying, basically, they already making it into, you know, the actual reality. It looks like gas prices about to go up this summer. That's what it's looking like, you guys. Damn. So that's crazy. We was just talking about that. But that's breaking news. So be on the lookout for all the oil stocks. We'll be looking. I'm gonna send you some. I'm gonna send you some oil names to be looking at, like Exxon and Chevron. They're really like they're top oil ones that you want to really be playing with for real. Because when the deal go through, the OPEC stuff, you know, it goes through those companies first, obviously. So we're gonna be looking out for that tomorrow, man. But yeah, that looks real serious right there. The OPEC sticks to 2023 oil production targets. So that's pretty much it. You guys, we're gonna wrap it up. The indices right now are mixed up. Stock futures are a little changed after S&P 500's best week since March. So it had a tremendous comeback. And we'll see if this continue or things change up going into tomorrow by the end of the week, you guys. Y'all have a wonderful evening. I will see y'all tomorrow with another recap with LCAOD.